Imagine an office where all of the desk spaces are booked, but people still want to come in. Instead of people constantly checking their phone or the RICOH Spaces web app just to see if a desk has been made available, we wanted to develop a better solution. So we developed the Waitlist feature, a simple and automatic way to manage space availability. Using the Waitlist, users can easily join a list for desks, parking, or lockers. And if one of those spaces does become available, it will automatically assign itself to the next person. Now, how the next person is determined can happen in a couple of different ways. Firstly is by sign-up order, which allocates available spaces to people in the order that they join the list. So if I sign up for the waitlist, followed by my colleagues John, Jessica, and Ben in that order, then when spaces become available in the workplace, they will assign to us in the order that we signed up. So firstly me, then John, Jessica, and so on. Alternatively to sign-up order, there is random order. With this method, spaces will be randomly allocated to members on the waitlist regardless of which order they joined. So using that same scenario as earlier, if I join the waitlist first, followed by my colleagues, when a space becomes available in the office, it could assign to any of us. Now let's do a quick demonstration so we can deep dive into this feature and show you exactly how it works and how it can be customized to suit your organization's needs. Starting from the 3D floor plan, let's go into our settings which administrators will be able to configure. To find these, we go into our organization settings in this menu on the left-hand side, and then we need to find our organization because these settings are configured on a location by location basis, giving you more flexibility and control. So we have our location here, our Birmingham office, we'll click into that. And then we have this menu appear on the left-hand side. So we need to go into the policies option. In this area, we can configure all of the different policy settings for our location. We have these headlines at the top, so I want to click into waitlist. To start with, we need to enable the waitlist in your location. So to do that, we'll hit this toggle at the top and waitlist is now enabled. Then we need to enable the waitlist per space type. So as we said before, we can do it for desks, parking, and lockers. In this location, I know that we've got desks and lockers, so I'm going to enable it for both of those. Next, we can configure our space allocation order. So like we said before, we can do it as sign-up order or random order. So we will keep ours as sign-up order so that it will be the next person who signed up on the waitlist that will be allocated a space. Now, if you have any areas in your office that you would not want this rule to apply to, this is where you can configure your exclusions. So this policy excludes the waitlist feature from applying to certain areas of your office. You can either exclude waitlist from applying to entire floors, or you can exclude the waitlist from applying to certain zones. In order to do this, we just click on to add exclusions and we will remove the project desks, and we can do multiple, so we'll also exclude it from reception chairs. And now with all of our policies configured, we'll hit the save button. And now all of our policies have been saved and will be implemented into our location. So let's go back into the floor plan. One important thing to note is that you cannot join the waitlist on the day that you want to book a space. You can only join ahead of time, and the date range that you can join the waitlist for is directly linked to your company policy. So for example, if you're only able to book desks 14 days ahead, then you'll only be able to join the waitlist for desks 14 days ahead as well. Now, when our desks on the floor plan are either grayed out because they're non-bookable or red because they are all booked, this option will appear in the top left corner. And we can see that a waitlist is available for desks and lockers because that's what we configured in our settings. So I will click join waitlist and this new modal will appear. Now, as you can see, this date is grayed out because it's already been selected as the date from the floor plan. To select a different date, we can easily just go back to the date picker and use the arrows to select a different date. Next, we've got our space type, which again, as we set in the policies for desks and lockers to be selected, we can select one of these. We can only join the waitlist for one space at a time though, so I can choose either desks or lockers. But not to worry, because if I want to join the waitlist for both of these spaces, then I can easily join and then open this up again and join for the other space. You can see here we've got only one floor in this office, so that is why this is grayed out. But if you have multiple floors, you'll be able to select from this drop down. And in our zones, I can select a certain zone, but you'll notice that the two zones that I excluded earlier will not appear in this menu. And then finally, we have our favorite desks, which gives me the option to join the waitlist only for my favorite spaces. When I enable this, we'll see that the spaces that meet my criteria goes down to 0. Currently, all of my favorite desks are non-bookable on the floor plan. The waitlist will only apply to desk, parking, and locker spaces that are bookable on your floor plan. So when I unclick this toggle, we will now see 4 spaces that meet my criteria. With this set, I'll hit join waitlist. Now we can see in the top left, it will confirm that I'm in the waitlist. I will also receive an email confirmation. You can also join the waitlist for multiple locations, giving you a bit more flexibility and a chance to get a space that fits your needs. As we said before though, this is configured on a location by location basis, so the other location that you're considering also needs to have waitlist enabled for it. Now when we take a look at our bookings and statuses in the RICOH Spaces feed, Monday my status was working from home, Tuesday I had a desk booked, Wednesday I'm set to working from home. However, because I'm in the waitlist, I have this new item here, and if a space does become available and it's assigned to me, it will automatically update my status from working from home to the desk number that I receive. Now, in the case that I found an available desk in a different office and I wanted to remove myself from the waitlist for a desk space, then I can click on the item and I can choose to leave the waitlist. So if I do that, then it will remove itself from my feed. However, if I'm the first person on the waitlist and we're using the sign up order, if a space becomes available, it will automatically assign itself to me. And there we go, one of the desks has been released, and when it's released, it's been automatically reassigned to me on the waitlist. If I go into my feed, I can see that I've got desk 24 booked. This has overwritten the working from home status that I had before. And that is our overview and demonstration of Waitlist. For more written content, you can find all of our articles in the RICOH Spaces Help Center. And of course, you can find more videos like this on the RICOH Spaces YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.